Good evening. Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel, All About Ireland. This is Yella, your friendly advisor in Ireland. Before I go ahead, I request you to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you do not miss any video updates from this channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about Stamp 1G. And Stamp 1G is a unique as well as a critical visa within Ireland's immigration permissions and stamps. The points I will cover in this video are: what is Stamp 1G, who can avail it, how many times one can avail it, and what's your road to citizenship if you have Stamp 1G. There are two categories in this visa. One is student, the other is spouse. First of all, I'll cover the student visa and then I'll move on to the spouse visa. In case of students, they get Stamp 1G after they study in Ireland. For level 8 courses, which are basically bachelors, they get 12 months of Stamp 1G after their education to search for jobs. If they did level 9 course, they get 24 months of Stamp 1G after they did their post-graduation. It can be diploma, it can be master's, but it should be a level 9 course. And only the universities and colleges on the right are eligible to offer level 8 and level 9 courses. If you are studying from elsewhere, the course will not be eligible for this particular program. Stamp 1G, you get Stamp 1G only once you finish your studies in Ireland. And this is basically a permission to search for job under third level graduate program. And third level graduate program have few rules and issues, but we'll delve deeper in the next slide. For now, you just basically need to understand you can work for 40 hours on this visa per week legally. Anything above that, you're not permitted to do. And you can't operate any business. You can't just work on it. You can work for a company without any sponsorship. The best way to utilize Stamp 1G is to work for a company who is not willing to sponsor, so that you get some kind of experience on your CV. And then while working at their company, you can also search for jobs with the other companies which look for Irish experience. And then they look at your visa situation and they sponsor. A lot of people do not take up jobs which are not sponsored, but that's not a wise thing to do. I have many friends and even many juniors who did not get critical skills permit at the start, and they ended up getting critical skills permit. And then, the way it goes from there, like Stamp 1G to Stamp 4 and then to citizenship. But the main problem is, what happens when Stamp 1G expires? You should, or you must get a job which sponsors you. It can be a critical skills permit or it can be general employment permit, whatever it is. You need to get the job before Stamp 1G expires. But what if you do not get a job and your Stamp 1G expires? There's another route to stay in Ireland after your Stamp 1G expires. That is this. You can still study after your Stamp 1G expires, but again, this is at discretion of the BEI and the immigration officer. But the rules are these: both combined, Stamp 2A, Stamp 1G combined, you can't stay more than 7 years in Ireland. One example I have here is, one of the guys, he joined a third level course. He was on Stamp 2. Usually the third level course in Ireland are for 1 year, but he stayed on Stamp 2 and 2A for more than 2.5 years. And then he got Stamp 1G for 2 more years. And then he again wanted to study, and then he found out, okay, there's a 7-year limit combining 2A and Stamp 1G. In his next availment of the third level program, he may not get Stamp 1G for 2 years. So having Stamp 1G for 1 year, he doesn't really give a lot of opportunities with respect to employment, but having a 2-year Stamp 1G definitely increases your opportunities. So there's this 7-year limit. Always remember, try to finish your course within the first year, so that you will have only 1 year of Stamp 2, and then you avail 2 years of Stamp 1G. If nothing's come good, do another course for 1 year where you can do a stamp. You get a stamp 2 again, and then you'll get 2 more years of stamp 1G. But the thing is, this will not go on forever and ever. The reason being, you can avail this program only on 2 separate occasions. That is 4 years on stamp 1G for level 9 courses, because 2 times the program, 2 into 2, 4 years. If you're on level 8, you can only work for 1 year on stamp 1G. So you get 2 years of stamp 1G for level 8 courses. So it is advised to do level 9 courses within Ireland. The other rule with respect to stamp 1G is, if you have previously benefited from third level program at level 8 or level 9, the overall limit is of 8 years. Again, tying back to the first point, you can only avail stamp this program for twice, that is for 4 years, and in between you have stamp 2, that may be for 2 years or 6 years, and after that you can go for 1 more year of education, but that's of no use. And yeah, the second point is, it's like this. You need not good second point, because first point and the third point will kind of take you off from availing this particular program. But yeah, again, 2 years on stamp 1G. If you start right away during college, your job hunt and doing certifications, you'll easily get jobs in the first stamp 1G. If not, you can go for a second availment of third level program. But at the end, it's at the discretion of DBIE and immigration officer. So that's one thing you remember. I mean, you can use these points when you are working with them, but again, it's at their discretion. That's about students who want to see what they can do after 2 years on stamp 1G. That is when the stamp 1G expires. They can go for education, get another 2 years on stamp 1G. If they get job, that's good. If not, then they can't stay in Ireland anymore. Now comes the spouse part. Like earlier, spouses of critical skills permit holders, stamp 4 researchers, everyone used to get a stamp 3. But now all those spouses get a stamp 1G without any conditions. They need not have any sponsorship. They can work in Ireland without any work permit. Like my wife actually, she uses this stamp 1G to work at a company here in Ireland. But the only thing is, you can only work. You can't be self-employed on this visa. You can't operate a business on this visa. And spouse 1G can be renewed multiple times annually or once in 2 years based on the spouse's spouse stamp. And then after 5 years on stamp 1G, they can apply for stamp 4. The thing with stamp 1G is, stamp 1G is considered towards reckonable residence. The reason why students are not allowed to use stamp 1G more than twice is, if they use stamp 1G more than twice, they end up using stamp 1G for 5 years and they'll be eligible for citizenship. And the government clearly understands that, and they do not want to have such problems for themselves. In case of spouse 1G, if they stay in Ireland for more than 5 years, they can be citizens, naturalized. Yeah, that's about stamp 1G for students and for spouse. Thank you for watching this video. Please comment below if you have any other questions, and you can email allaboutireland247@gmail.com if you have any queries or if you require the policy documentation. Thank you. Have a good day.